welcome to another That CMMS Dude video. In this video, we're going to cover how control operators or plant operators will create maintenance work orders using mobile MMS. We're here on the start screen, and I'm going to open up the vertical assets on the left-hand panel and select the vertical assets form. This opens up a list of all vertical assets, but this would be very difficult to use. So what we're going to use this icon over here to enter the grid view. This gives us all the same data, but laid out in an Excel type format. But we're not done yet. We're going to make this even easier. Let's click on the search icon, which is the little magnifying glass here, and open up the search window. Now we're going to toggle facility equals yes, and then we're going to hit apply. So here we have all 148 facility assets. We're getting closer to this being easy and usable for you, but we're not quite there. So let's manipulate this view and get it dialed in. I'm going to expand this column for the facility name so we can see the entire facility name. Then I'm going to click on the top of the column and order them alphabetically. Next, I'm going to scroll over until I find the work order column. I'm going to click that column and drag it over to the left. I'm going to put it right next to facility name. I promise we're almost there. Now let's click on any of these column headers on the part that has the 3 vertical dots on it, and then hover over this columns portion here. And what we're going to do is, starting just under the work orders with parent, going to take these check marks and select it so they go away. And I'm going to do that all the way down until I hit East Central and Maintenance and Canal. I'm going to leave those checked, and then we're going to go ahead and uncheck the remainder. Now we have an alphabetized list of our facilities, a column that shows whether or not there's work history, and if the work should go to East or Central County Maintenance. There will be a separate video for creating canal work orders. Our focus here is limited only to maintenance work orders. So now that we have this view and it's looking usable, let's click on the save icon, which is going to be right here, and let's give it a name. Let's call this Control Facilities, but you can name it anything you want. And I'm going to hit Create. I'm going to go ahead and click this button so that this is our default. I'm going to hit close. This will mean anytime you're looking at the vertical assets grid view, it will show you this default view that you've already set up. You'll never have to set it up again. If you want to share this view with others, you can use this icon here that says Share Grid View. Click it, and then just select other users that you want to share this view with. So one person in control could create this view and share it with all the other control users. Now for the treatment plant operators, we can get even easier. All of your work orders will be written against your treatment plant facility. So let's open up the search again. And in the facility name, we're going to just start typing Randall. And we'll get the Randall Bowl facility. We'll select that. We'll hit apply. Now you have a view that shows only your facility, and that's it, which is all you should be interested in. So now that we're showing just the Randall Bowl facility, go ahead and hit save. We'll say create new, and we'll call this Randall Bowl water treatment plant, and hit create. So now you see we have control facilities. That's where we just were. We have Randall Bowl water treatment plant. And if you wanted that to be your default, again, you would hit the star. You would select that as your default. But I'm going to leave it on control facilities so we can see how this works. So now let's make with the magic and create a work order. Now you can scroll up and down this list and find the facility that you're looking for. There's a few pages here. You could even say you want 100 per page, however you want to do this. And that's a perfectly reasonable way to do it. There's only 148 facilities. You should be able to find what you're looking for pretty easy. But there's an even easier way to do this. So let's say that you have a work order you need to put in, and the issue is at Old River Pump Station. From our control view, I'm going to open the search again, and in facility name, just like we did for Randall Bowl, we're just going to start typing Old River. Here's Old River Pump Station. We'll click that and hit apply. So now out of that 148 results, we have one result for Old River. That's great because that's what we want to write a work order against. So I'm going to click this box here to select this. This chain link icon will create a work order against the selected asset. So we're going to click this and we're going to pick maintenance work order. The fields on this form that are pink are required fields. You won't be able to save the form without filling those out. But I'll cover which of these fields that you do need to pay attention to and which you should be putting information into. So first we'll do section. Now this is why we left East and Central columns on our grid view, so that you know whether this should be going to Central County Maintenance or East County Maintenance, if you didn't know already. In this case, Old River is an East County Maintenance facility. So we're going to go down here and select 434 East County Maintenance. For work requester, I'm going to use this little me hyperlink, and it will just drop your name into there. It knows that to put my name because I'm the one logged in. If you were doing this, it knows that you're logged in. It would put your name. But you could also look at the list of all users and select the name or start typing, and it will filter that list. In the short description field, you guessed it, we're going to put the short description of the problem. This should be something easy like pump 1 failed to run or some similar easily understood description of the problem. So we'll put pump 1 failed to run. If there's a SCADA or HMI alarm code, we're going to put it here. This will allow us to start looking up historical work orders by the alarm codes. This can be highly valuable to be able to see historical work associated with an alarm code and see what caused the problem and what fix or remedy was used to resolve the problem. It can cut down on troubleshooting or help plan the repair for the maintenance staff. Now, the assigned to persons field is conditional. If you're putting in a work request to the maintenance supervisor, just leave this field blank. The maintenance supervisor will decide who to assign this work to and when. In the event that this work order is being created for a call out, you would put the person being called out in this field. So only use this field in the event of a call out. The call out workflow should be 1, you become aware of a problem. 2, you call the on-call supervisor and get authorization to make a call out. If there's no authorization, you create a work order like we just did. You leave the assigned to field blank and you hit create down at the bottom of the form, leaving this work order status in the default work request to supervisor. If you do have authorization for a call out, you create the work order, put the name of the person being called out in the assigned to field right up here, and then you would change this work order status to in progress, work assigned to crew. This should be done immediately after the person was called out so that when they get on site in the field, they have a work order for reference that they can complete with time, comments, pictures, etc. So the last step would be to hit create, and your work order is created. If you drilled into a specific facility like we did with Old River, you can open up your search again, wipe Old River out of the facility name, hit apply, and it will return you to your default view. This concludes this training video on creating a maintenance work order using mobile MMS for control or treatment plant operators. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, don't be shy about hitting the like button, and please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications of when I post additional mobile MMS training videos. Be safe out there. Thank you for watching.